Hi guys, I'm starting this reading vlog in kind of a weird place, but oh well. I went to the park earlier today and I started reading a bit of The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. This is the book pick for the Sword and Laser book club, so I'm trying to read it this month. But I haven't gotten very far, and we're pretty far into the month at this point, so we'll see how that goes. But I just sat down and I finished Magi, volume 37. This is the last book in the series, so I'm officially done with the series, and I'm so glad I am, because this is just absolutely ridiculous at this point. I wanted to see it through to the end because I still really like these characters, but this plot is just the most ridiculous thing. It's super cheesy and over the top and doesn't even make any logical sense. So I was not very happy with the final arc in this story, but I really liked the beginning arcs and I really like these characters. That also means that I am officially done with my Team Aladdin prompts for Disney-a-thon, and I will be going on to the next worlds now, so that's cool. So I'm working and realized I left my apartment key at work. Great. Hi guys, it is Monday and I am so tired for some reason. I don't want to do anything at all. I've read a few more pages of The Poppy War, not very much at all. I don't know why I haven't gotten into it yet. I think I'm scared because everyone says it's super violent and very intense. So I have a lot of trepidation going into this. And I think that's why I haven't just like sat down and actually read it. But there is some outside motivation with it being like the Sword and Laser book club pick, but also it turns out my cousin has picked up the book and is reading it right now. So there's more motivation for me to read it, so I need to get into it at some point, but I don't think it's going to be today. I'm just so tired and I literally just want to lay in bed and do absolutely nothing. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm gonna update my vlog.
Huh?
I'm gonna update.
Okay, I won't sniffle.
As you sniffle.
Keep going.
Oh, it's already recording? What the heck? Whoops. Sniffle!
One left sniffle. Sniffle.
I don't know when it started recording. Apparently a minute and 54 seconds ago. So it's already pretty late. It's 9 o'clock. We were going to go to a work party, I guess. And then we decided that it wasn't worth it because it's too difficult to get to and it didn't have unlimited food when last year it had unlimited food. So we decided not to go to that and we stayed home instead, which is perfectly fine by me. I edited a video for this week, this Friday, so at least I was productive, but I have not read very much. I think I've read like 7 pages over audiobook today. I still don't really have many thoughts on The Poppy War right here. Partially because I'm not very far into it, but partially because I'm still getting used to it and it's too early for me to really have any opinions yet. I'm enjoying it, it's interesting, but I don't have anything deeper than that at the moment. I really need to get a move on that because it's a library book and I need to return it in 2 days. Wow, I'm not gonna get anywhere in that book in 2 days. Because I'm leaving on Friday to go to New York. So I cannot bring a library book that's due like next Monday or something. So I'm gonna have to get rid of that. Hopefully I'll finish it over audiobook on my plane ride, or if I somehow get into a reading sprint right now or the next couple days. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Can you tell that I'm ready for fall with my pumpkin candle? I want it so bad. It's actually pretty nice today. It was cooler and we had some rain, which we haven't had in a while. It's been like in the 80s and 90s for weeks and it's terrible when no apartment has AC. I think it's gonna get hot again soon, which is unfortunate. I want autumn already. But anyway, I just got home from work. I have to do laundry because I need to pack for my trip in 2 days. Other than that, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do today. I should be studying for my GRE because I intend to apply for my PhD programs at the end of this year, and I haven't taken my GRE yet. That's kind of important, as well as like all the other parts of that application. But for now, I'm gonna focus on the GRE and hope everything goes smoothly. I don't know what I'm doing, but I should do that. I kind of feel like I won't, though. I really need to get better at like my motivation because it's just gone completely out of the window recently, which led me to listening to a bunch of like motivation productivity podcasts today at work and figuring out which ones I want to keep listening to and which ones I don't. Completely going off on a weird topic. Reading. I didn't do any reading today. I read like 7 pages yesterday. I'm getting nowhere in this book at all. And I don't know why. I think it's just trepidation, but I have to get over it at some point. I want to read it. I am enjoying it. I don't know. I'm in a really weird place with this book right now, but I'm going to try my best to read that, to study for my GRE, to get the chores done, to do everything and be a responsible adult, basically, and not just sit there and watch anime all day. Guys, I think I finally hit my groove with this book. I listened to it at work today and I just have not wanted to stop, and I keep reading, and I think I've read I'm on part 2 at this point. So yeah, I've read like 100 pages already today. So I think it's safe to say I'm finally getting into it, and I want to know what happens now. I'm getting Mistborn Lord Ruler vibes from the Empress, so we'll see where that goes, but I'm actually very excited to be reading this, and I really hope I can finish it soon, in the next couple days before I leave. That would be great. There's construction noise, but I'm late for work, and I wanted to pop in here quickly because manga Twitter has been having a discussion last night about demographics and how shoujo is seen to be lesser in a lot of eyes, and people are apologizing for it when they're recommending it or avoiding it at all costs. And there are a bunch of people on Twitter that are much more articulate than I am and who say things in a much more understanding and all-encompassing way than I ever could. I just wanted to say, please don't let a title as vague as shoujo deter you from reading something, because that just limits your opportunities to find the next series that you fall in love with, and then you're depriving yourself of all of that happiness, and that's just sad. There are plenty of people who are contributing more on the Twitter discussion, so feel free to check that out. But I am very late for work now. Is Twitter made me late a valid excuse? In other news, I read like over 200 pages of the Poppy War yesterday, so that's crazy, but I really have to go, so I'll update you on that later. I literally, oh my god, I just finished the book like literally 2 seconds ago. I just got home from work. What? I mean, I could see it coming, but like at the same time, like, That... It's definitely understandable how it got to that point. I don't even know, man. I was not focused on work at all today. I got my work done, but I wasn't paying very much attention to it, and I didn't really need to, so that was fine, because I was just totally absorbed in this book, and that whole ending, oh my god. I don't even know what I think yet. I'm scared for the next book, honestly. I'm scared where it's going to go, and I don't know if I'm happy with where it went. I mean, it's kind of hard to be happy with how it ended and where it went, and it makes sense because you don't always have to love characters, and there's definitely been some character development, I will say that. Whether that's good or not is a question. I'm probably just gonna like sit here and do nothing for like 20 minutes, just thinking. I have a flight tonight. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's fun. That was fun. What a ride. Oh my god. I couldn't bring myself to read this in the beginning for some reason because I was scared of the violence that everyone's saying was there, and it's definitely there. And I was listening to it at work, and it was difficult to get through while working, but after a point you just like, you can't stop. I couldn't stop. Oh my god. She couldn't stop. Oh god. Okay, bye. Red-eye flights are exhausting. I keep doing this to myself, I don't know why. I got in at like 6-ish this morning, and I got to the apartment, my parents' apartment. They just switched apartments and moved to a new one, so that's interesting. But I got here and I slept until like 1, and then we went out for the day, walked around, got to read my book on the pier, and then got some food. So that was nice. I still don't have much more thoughts on the Poppy War after sitting with it for a while. I think it's just so much shock near the second half of the book, around the end, that makes it very hard to think clearly enough to review it, which is why basically any reviews I hear of it are, it's good, you should read it, and then there's nothing else. And I don't want to be like that as well, so hopefully by the time my wrap-up rolls around I'll actually have coherent thoughts on it, because that would be nice. I read a bit of Eye of the World on the plane, and then also earlier today at the pier. I am making agonizingly slow progress on that for some reason. I just can't seem to get into it. I don't know what it is. just being like the start of a new series and having all of these characters and all of this world to explore. Normally that's what draws me in, but for some reason it's not very much in this. I don't know. I might not be giving it the proper attention it deserves because I keep reading it like in small pieces in between other books because it's just so long. But that's what I have with me on this trip, so that's what I'm going to be reading. I also ended up starting the audiobook for The Reluctant Queen, the second book in the Queens of Renthia series, while I was on the plane. And I still like it, but I'm not liking it as much as I liked the first book. And that may be because I'm coming off of the Poppy War and it's kind of hard for anything to follow that. It might also be because I read the first book after coming off of a DNF. So it's like a completely different mindset now, where I was more used to being let down when I started the first book, and now I'm used to being like shocked and amazed. So I don't know how that's going to go. I still really like it, and I'm still really interested in where the plot is going to go, but I can see the difference in the writing. So that's interesting. But I think tomorrow we're going to go to a bunch of little bookstores all around the city because my dad is the person who got me into reading and the person who loves reading as well. So we'll probably go explore, look at books. It'll be a fun time. But I am just so tired right now between the time difference and red eye and everything. So I'm probably going to sleep early. Maybe try and convince my dad to give anime a try. We'll see. Good morning. has won her first set so far. I'm rooting for her. I love Naomi Osaka. I am watching tennis. Starting from tomorrow, my dad and I will be going to the tennis because it's in New York, and that's part of the reason why I'm here is to go to the US Open tournament because I went last year and it was great even though it was sweltering. It was like 98 degrees and 98% humidity when we went last year, which was absolutely insane, but it's supposed to be cooler this year. I'm going for round 2 and a bit of round 3 rather than the first round last year, the first time we went. So we're trying something new, going because both of us like tennis a lot, so I'm watching tennis on the TV right now. Not really planning to go out. I might just sit here, watch tennis, read in the commercial breaks, or catch up on booktube, which is what I've been doing so far this morning. But I've been having a nice, relaxing vacation, and I'm getting very excited for tennis. So we got back at 1:30 in the morning last night because matches ended at midnight, and then went to bed at 2, and we're about to go out again for more tennis. Day 2, technically day 4. But it was super rainy yesterday all day, so we were wet. And today it's gonna be like 86, and we're gonna be wet for a different reason, so that will be fun. it turns out the open wasn't nearly as hot and humid as it was last year, and I'm so happy. It was actually really breezy and cool and nice, and it was so pleasant to watch tennis in. We had tickets for 3 days worth, and those are now over, which is sad. I'm still, of course, watching on TV. The Coco Naomi match today was so good. I love Ohtaka so much. She's such a sweetheart, and I'm so happy and proud of her. I don't know what it is, but sometimes I feel like very protective and very proud of people who I have like no reason to be proud for. I don't know, but I'm that way with Ohtaka. She is just, she deserves the world. In reading update news, I was able to listen to my audiobook on the train rides back from the Open, so I've been listening to The Reluctant Queen, and I am liking it a lot more now that I think the Poppy War has kind of faded from my memory and I'm getting more into this story and what it is. I'm really liking the new character who's been introduced in this book, so we will see how that goes. I'm still pretty early in, but I still absolutely love this world. The Eye of the World I am also reading a bit more of, but I'm still not that into it. I'm just reading it because I have it. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know if it's like the characters that I'm not connecting to, or the world is too big, or something. I'm not sure. I'm just not feeling it. So hopefully that changes at some point. I do plan to read the entire series just because it's a classic. So we'll see if my opinion changes on later books or later in this book. I don't know for now. My vacation is almost over, which is very sad. I don't want to go back to work at all. My flight is in 2 days, so we'll see. I just want to stay home and watch tennis. Literally, that's all I want. Watch tennis, sit here, watch booktube videos in the commercials, or read in the commercials. It's my ideal time.
Listen to the ending.